Ed eccoci qua da MilsimGaming, qui ancora con questo secondo video dedicato a Kingdome Come Deliverance II, gioco che ormai sta spopolando, gioco che ormai ha già praticamente ripreso con le vendite i costi di sviluppo e quindi si sta rivelando un successone. E dove eravamo rimasti allora nel primo video? Fondamentalmente il prologo, e adesso è giunta l'ora insomma di destreggiarci nel gioco vero e proprio. Io ho visto, sto raccogliendo un po' di feedback in giro qua e là anche sui vari gruppi, vedo che comunque la gente è contentissima del gioco, molti stanno rimanendo realmente addicted e ci sta. Intanto ci siamo presi la grappa del salvatore per poter salvare dove ci pare. Allora, io vedo che molti rimangono scoraggiati da questa impostazione da open world e giustamente si dicono: va bene, ma cosa bisogna fare? Cosa devo fare? Cosa devo andare avanti? Allora, mossa di Abbozena l'abbiamo fatta, fortuna, mi sono andato una sistemata. Allora ragazzi, cerchiamo di vedere sulla mappa cosa abbiamo. Io direi di andare a raggiungere questo insediamento. Allora, voi dite giustamente: ah, ma cosa faccio, cosa facciamo, cosa non facciamo? Ragazzi, ragionate, voi quando andate in un posto nuovo, ok? O perché siete in viaggio, o perché avete traslocato, eccetera, eccetera, cosa fate? Cominciate a prendere dimestichezza con la zona, cominciate a prendere dimestichezza col terreno. Vi date un'occhiata in giro, cercate di capire qual è magari la strada migliore per raggiungere il panificio, il supermercato, bla bla bla, eccetera, eccetera, eccetera. E la stessa cosa bisogna fare in questo gioco. Questo è un open world e quindi adesso noi ci andiamo a destreggiare in questo senso. Innanzitutto io voglio vedere qui come siamo messi. Va bene, qui andare a rubare in casa di chi ci ha aiutato non mi sembra una buona idea. Frecce. Ok, prendiamo queste frecce. Anche se non ho ancora visto l'arco. Attrezzi da tiratore. Ma prendiamoli. Vediamo se... vediamo un po'. Inventario se me li dà come... No, non sono attrezzature rubate. Va bene, perfetto. Tunica corta, gambesone logoro, altre armi. Vediamo armi. La torcia, va bene, importantissima. Armature, vabbè, lasciamo perdere. Cibo, libri non ne abbiamo. Tutto, perfetto. Attrezzi da sarto. Dice: ma che te ne fai? Non lo so ragazzi, se ci sono e li possiamo prendere vuol dire che a qualcosa serviranno. Qui queste frecce non ce le fa prendere. Va bene, è fighissima questa cosa. Abbiamo le frecce ma non abbiamo l'arco. Va bene, ok, non è un problema. Continuiamo ad esplorare, a vedere, a guardarci intorno. C'è il nostro giaciglio. Vediamo se ci dice qualcosa.
I did what you asked.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet or make sure he never gets up again. So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him, all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left. It ought to work wonders on him, same as on you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever. The best and fastest remedy for that is chamomile decoction. Luckily, it ain't too hard to brew, but we'll need some fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
All right. Tell me, what do the herbs look like?
Sage has a purple blossom, and chamomile has white petals with a yellow centre. At the back of the hut, there's a footpath leading up to the rocks. You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious, too. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere. Or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised. I'd be truly glad of that. Do you feel up to it, laddie? You ain't in the best of shape, and digging a grave's a tough job, even for a healthy fella.
Not to worry. I'll see what I can manage. It's on account of us that he's here, anyway. I wouldn't want you to have any more trouble. And a bit of effort, even if it's a dirty job, is the least I owe you.
Well, if you think you can manage it, good. But don't overstrain yourself. And thanks.
Where should I put him?
Grab the spade by the dung pile and bury him by the creek. The soil will be softer there, so it should be easier. When you head out the gate, follow your nose. Find a good spot somewhere in the reeds and nettles. And when you're done with that, better have a wash, so's you don't have the stench of death on you.
True. I'll bear that in mind.
I'll sort out the rest with Ignatius, the gravedigger, when he comes by again, so's I don't have that wretch lying here till Judgment Day.
All right. I'll get to it. I should eat something.
Ok ragazzi, ed ecco i primi due compiti, le prime missioni. Recuperare le erbe per far scendere la febbre a Ranscapon, recuperare la vanga per poi andare a seppellire il cadavere. Quindi ecco lì la vanga. Raccogli il cadavere, afferra corpo. E scendiamo verso il ruscello, va bene.
Ah, shit! My shoulder. This bastard's hard work. I'll put him down somewhere for a while so I can start digging. A bit longer without food and I'll really start to be grumpy.
Ok, sto cercando di capire qual è il punto. Va bene, facciamo una cosa. Mettiamolo giù. Mangiamo qualcosa, visto che... Allora, cosa mangiamo? Acqua potabile non ci interessa, pane. No, prima la mela.
I feel quite hungry.
Ok. abbiamo visto che sono sensibilmente migliorate le nostre condizioni, quindi a sto punto ok, e questo l'abbiamo sistemato. Ora, dove dobbiamo? No. Ah, ok, eccolo qua. Immagino che devo equipaggiare la vanga. No, mi basta premere. Ok. Al termine di un duro lavoro, ragazzi. Ok, perfetto. E il primo compito lo abbiamo assolto. Torniamo su alla capanna. Adesso andiamo a prendere le erbe per curare Hans Capon. Dice bisognava salire da qua e poi ci si trova in uno spiazzo, una specie di praticello, quindi va bene. Infatti c'è l'obiettivo. Cioè, notate l'estrema bellezza dell'ambientazione, ragazzi. Veramente incredibile. Vabbè. Ecco la salvia.
Purple flower, sage. There we go.
E poi no, l'ortica non ci serve. E qua c'è la camomilla.
That's it. Chamomile. Right, I've got all the herbs I need. So back to Bajena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better. What's that dog making such a fuss about?
Cosa sta
Could something have happened at Bajena's? Should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
Procurati un'arma. Ecco qua un'arma.
Burgol is reinforcing his garrison on account of them renegades that are wandering around here. Hey, you! What do you want? Come here and tell me who you are, or I'll drum it out of you! Lord von Burgov sent us to find the renegades who ambushed some knights' company down by the pond yesterday. A couple of them fled and are hiding out here in the rocks. So tell me who you are and what you know about it.
You're from Lord von Bergov? You don't look like it.
Kurva! Watch your tongue with me, boy. When I say we're from von Bergov, then we're from fucking von Bergov. Who else would we be from anyway? You can talk to me or talk to cold steel. Who the hell are you? And what are you doing here?
Calm down. No need to draw weapons. I'll tell you everything. It's just like you said. Before dawn, there were some vagabonds round here. I had a bad feeling about them. They were looking for a hiding place.
What I want to know is where they are now, not where they were this morning.
We sent them to the path around the pond. Not to the rocks, but along the other bank that leads to the crossroads by the birch tree, and then into that long gorge. Decent folk don't go there. It's a hiding place for all kinds of dodgy types, so a couple more won't be noticed.
Aye, I know the crossroads with the birch tree. Oh, that's a long fucking way from here.
Aye, but if you hurry, you'll be in that long gorge before dark.
Shit, I've been up all night, and now I'm supposed to hightail it to the fucking birchwood?
Beh, ragazzi, ci è andata bene. Per una volta tanto abbiamo fatto la scelta giusta.
That's all I need. Getting mixed up in all sorts of nonsense at my age.
Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Sorry. I reckon it was one of those who followed us yesterday.
Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Beh, effettivamente non hanno l'aspetto di due cavalieri, ma vabbè. Giusto che tu sappia la verità.
Well, I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Cobbler, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trusky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord von Bergov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond, and you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them. I was sure they'd see through you. You thought up quite a story.
Yeah. It's a good thing I remembered those birches me and Sir Hans rode past. How's he doing? Will he be all right?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy, but we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
All right, I'll try. But I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain everything. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
Beh, ragazzi, i rudimenti di alchimia.
Everything's prepared. There's an alchemy bench in the alcove. Go to it and we'll get started.
Ok, io sono qua, nell'alcova. Avvia alchimia, ecco qua.
First, go to the recipe book.
Che sarà questo il ricettario? No, è proprio quello che devo.
Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start.
Quindi lui dice versare la camomilla nel calderone e bollire per un giro. Pestare la salvia e aggiungerla al preparato, infine versare. Ma non dovrebbe essere complicato.
If you've read the recipe, get back to the bench. All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe.
Va bene, dai, allora, camomilla. Allora. Ok, e adesso?
What are you waiting for? Pour it in there.
Beh, io sto guardando il calderone, ma non mi dice niente. A meno che non devo comunque leggermi tutta la guida. La procedura di produzione va bene, qui mi spiega per filo e per segno cosa fare. Va bene, allora.
If you don't remember what goes in there, look in the book again.
Ma non fa niente. Versare la camomilla nel calderone e bollire per un serviranno del vino. Ah, ecco! Serviranno del vino, 2
If you
manciate di
don't
camomilla e
remember
una
what
di
goes in there,
salvia.
look in the book again.
Ok. Ok, vino. Ecco dov'era l'inghippo, non avevo letto la prima parte. Va bene.
So, what did you pour in there?
Wine, of course. Like it says in the book.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit. Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling. It's boiling! To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up. Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand. All right, let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
Ok, io ho selezionato la camomilla, però...
Don't waste time. Throw it in.
Allora... Va bene. Leggi. Serviamo del vino, 2 manciate di camomilla e 1 di salvia. Versare la camomilla nel calderone e bollire per un giro.
Have you dropped the chamomile in?
Ok. No, questo mi fa il coso delle erbe, vabbè, non mi interessa.
What are you waiting for? Throw in that chamomile.
Trovo chamomile, ma non me lo fa fare. Se tengo premuto E cambia qualcosa? No.
Don't waste time. Throw it in.
Non possiedi tutti gli ingredienti di questa ricetta, perché no? In che senso? Allora, primo, del vino, 2 manciate di camomilla e 1 di salvia. Versare la camomilla, perché non le possiedo? Che significa non le possiedo? R. Ma le ho buttate, eh.
Have you dropped the chamomile in?
Ok, ma cosa devo fare per tornare indietro e metterci la guida T? Erbolista. poste chiudi seguendo. Butta gli ingredienti anche la trita all'interno. Fai bollire il calderone. Fai bollire il calderone usando il mantice. Ora. Quantità 1. Hai preparato una pozione infusa di camomilla potente, quantità 1, prezzo 20. Va bene.
What are you waiting for? Throw in that chamomile.
Non capisco però, ragazzi, dov'è l'errore. Anche perché non mi fa selezionare l'inventario.
What are you waiting for? Throw in that chamomile.
Bella, no, vabbè, qui lui ti spiega come sono, va bene, le varie erbe. Torniamo alle ricette. Torniamo al banco. Però qui lui non mi dà più nessuna scelta. Né per abbassare il calderone, né per mettere, né per fare.
Don't waste time. Throw it in.
Tempo, leggi. Forse sono io che sto guardando nel posto sbagliato e non mi fa attivare il menu. Ragazzi, io veramente non capisco dov'è l'inghippo. Perché
What
se...
are you waiting for? Throw in that chamomile.
Vediamo se per sbaglio. Perché non mi fa interagire qui col pentolone, quello che è. Non mi fa andare nemmeno nell'inventario.
Don't waste time. Throw it in.
Non riesco a capire dove sia l'inghippo. Camomilla. Ah, forse lui vuole che io prenda anche la camomilla.
Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact.
Sul ripiano a destra, perché
Every
allora giorno
grain
prendi.
of sand counts. See? When the sand has flowed out, that's one turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again.
Quindi
Ain't
aspettiamo.
that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames.
Quindi dobbiamo aspettare il fluire della... A questo punto. Va bene.
All right. Now, take one handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron. Have you ground it? Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron. You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a phial and pour it in.
Get a file. Eccola qua.
Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
Ok, ce l'abbiamo fatto. Non mi ero accorto che... Va bene, ok. Abbiamo capito l'inghippo. L'infuso di camomilla, quantità 2, aveva preparato una pozione, lui è felice, bene. Lascia il tavolo, esca, felice.
Here it is.
Oh, by the smell of it, it's a chamomile decoction the way it should be.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
I reckon you've done all you could. What you need now is a bit of rest. Go and get a good sleep. That works wonders.
Boh, va bene. Non è questo il mio.
You'll sleep better after, and that'll give you strength. There's not much more I can do now. It's up to you and the Almighty.
Ci facciamo una bella dormita? 6 ore? Boh.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything.
Rot in hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
The stronger dog fucks the bitches, and war is a nasty business.
Scusate. E beh, non c'è gli incubi, giustamente.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise. Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans? He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing. And that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows. And it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
The sword. The last thing Pa forged before they murdered him. It might sound strange, but I feel his soul won't find peace until that sword is back in our family.
It doesn't sound strange at all, and swords are a symbol of kings. It could mean power and responsibility, or war and ruin. After all, a sword has two edges, and it depends who's wielding it.
Thanks, Pavlina. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's,
Beh, alcune risposte
It's a lot
sono
to think about.
abbastanza
You're welcome. But
straightforward.
remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
When's the last time I ate something?
Io continuo a pensare che comunque questi intermezzi con queste discussioni spezzano un po' il ritmo del gioco. Cioè, certe cose secondo me sono tirate un po' troppo per le lunghe. Ovviamente, de gustibus. Io la penso così, ma boh, non lo so. Ma sono sicuro di trovare il favore di molti in questo senso. Va bene. Dice, andiamo a mangiare. Sono qui? No. Colazione, colazione, colazione.
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us! Good morning, Henry! You have no
E ora
idea
qui comincerà
how
un
glad
altro
I am to see
interminabile
you. Come
discorso.
join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly
io
good
qua
mood for someone who is at death.
All the more cause,
Of course, I did bring it all the way from the
Sì, l'ho presa
spring.
alla fonte.
and for that, I am in your debt. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've... I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first two times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern
And I shot a bull.
and made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
They come from somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though.
Però guardatelo,
The fellas in the
ragazzi,
tavern in
guardate
Geleov
che
were
bello.
saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, but the thing I want to know is...
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were two.
That just proves how well you can count.
Besides, they were armed to the teeth
Vabbè.
and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to freeze their hands.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
Ah, it's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles.
Ah, but you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Townberg? What was that about then?
Hans was badly wounded during a night raid on Talmberg Castle, and I had to carry him out of the battle on my back, so he wouldn't fall into enemy hands.
Gracious! Raiding a castle? That must be pretty wild, eh?
Indeed it was. Arrows raining down, outnumbered by hordes of foes mercilessly charging at us from all
Il
sides.
cane è
I'm
inquietante,
truly
guardatelo,
indebted to Henry for
ragazzi.
getting me out of that
Quel
fix.
cane è
But I reckon you
inquietantissimo.
paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
Yeah, true. I'll never forget you for dragging me all the way here from the lake.
You're quite welcome. The Lords of Lipa do not leave their friends in the lurch.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleoth, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
But Jenna, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bajena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time.
Allora, ragazzi, direi che è tempo di mangiare qualcosa perché alla fine... Allora, ragazzi, ricordatevi, il cibo non rimane nell'inventario all'infinito. Se non lo mangiate quando ne avete bisogno, occhio perché poi va a male. E magari quando poi ne avrete bisogno, siete senza cibo.
If you should ever find yourself in need,
Okay.
the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you. Tried to sell some baskets and ointments there, and I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then he shouldn't
Beh,
sell
dobbiamo
so dear.
parlare adesso con
He
Hans
charges
Capon
nearly
e
twice
vedere
as
un
much
po'
as
sul
I
da
do.
farsi.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here.
Va bene.
Time I'll come straight home, so you're not on your own so much. If anyone comes here again threatening you, I'll put them in their place with an arrow.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out...
I'd expect no less of you.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you Yankee?
True. That animal is God's gift. Time to do something new.
I tell you, I saw him there.
There's no end
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. You're still my protector, though. So you need a weapon right away. Here you go. You never know.
Beh, meno male ragazzi, perché la Vanga e l'Ascia se ne sono ripresi. Io ero contento di avere Vanga e Ascia quando ho visto che gliele restituisce. Vabbè, dai, alla fine ho quella specie di coltellaccio, meglio che niente.
Where'd you get it?
I found it in the dung pile. Must have belonged to the fellow I brawled with that night we got here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Beh ragazzi, guardate qui le scene. Anche dei Groshen. Ragazzi, ma guardate, mamma mia. E l'avevo capito che questa parte faceva era ancora il prologo, perché in Kingdom Come capitolo 1 stessa meccanica, stessa situazione. Cazzo stiamo parlando, ragazzi, veramente eccezionale, eccezionale. Quello saluto, quello scudo di vi rendete conto? Mamma mia, mamma mia. Io direi a questo punto di fermarci qua, ragazzi, e poi in questi giorni proseguiamo, vediamo un po' che situazione abbiamo. Ma lascia, cioè, promette solo il meglio, ragazzi, è fantastico, ragazzi. Anzi, già alluccato.
I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber.
Sono distrutti.
I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
Direi ragazzi, no, non mi fa fare il salve esci, quindi s'attaccamo. Va bene, vediamo dove arriviamo e poi stacchiamo, ragazzi.
Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Non mi sembra che stiano pendendo dalle sue labbra. Scusate ragazzi, ogni tanto mi incarto. Oh, una guardia. Vabbè. È giusto, vabbè.
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! You know who I am? No, we fucking don't! I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai! Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Di bene in meglio.
There's a horseman approaching, in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me!
È quello che entra lì.
No, wait. Wait, one moment.
Che lo fa.
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Perché ho paura che voglio entrare di nascosto. Ci starebbe. Ci starebbe. Beh, intanto mi do una bella lavata. Che non guasta.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Oh, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different land.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
The first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind.
Tornare a Rattay è fuori questione. Infatti non possiamo tornare indietro, quindi guadagneremo qualcosa, mi sembra la scelta più sensata.
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Rattay?
To Rattay? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you
un
could
po' la
shrug
figura
that
dei
off.
cretini, sì.
But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas. Instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
It's not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians, even though it
Mi sa che si
didn't always
delinea una
seem
delle
that
prime
way.
missioni.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenes. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Rattay with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this
Deve essere qualcosa di disgustoso.
stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
Quella sembra la ragazza che ha salvato allo stagno.
What is it?
Cioè, vabbè.
Woman from
Si
Pond.
presenta così questo.
Or the one you gave us away for?
I bear that witch. Wench!
Oh, I tell you.
Feisty.
What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Scusate, no.
Jesus, fella.
Effettivamente.
That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, Go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
One of them nomads is an acrobat who does all kinds of tricks.
Ragazzi, ok, io direi che ci attendono delle situazioni interessantissime. Va bene, direi di fermarci qui per adesso e proseguiamo, ragazzi. Ne vedremo delle belle se questo è l'inizio. Va bene, ragazzi. Ovviamente MilsimGaming vi ringrazia. Ci saranno ovviamente gli altri contenuti. Vedete, avete visto che i contenuti di Grey Zone Warfare sono in inglese, o quantomeno nel mio stentato inglese, eccetera eccetera. Quindi proseguiremo qui con Kingdome Come Deliverance 2, vediamo un po' che succede, la chiudiamo qua. Come sempre, ragazzi, io vi ringrazio e vi auguro buon proseguimento di giornata.